Good morning. Welcome. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing well. I'm so excited to be here with you. I've been actually playing with the setup. I've been playing with, I have a new camera um, tripod, but it's automatic. And the camera that I have is not a phone. So it doesn't know how to navigate it. So anyway, so that's what that's all about, why I'm a little late. Just playing with equipment. As you can see, I'm still trying to get things situated. Um, yeah, happy 1010. I'm kind of excited. When I was thinking about doing this this morning, I was like, I just thought I'd get on and do a regular daily card or weekend cards. And the when I saw the date, I was like, oh, that's why we need to get on camera, because there's a portal today. So what is this portal going to bring us? So let me see if I can just raise this up a little bit there. That way I don't feel like I'm not in camera range. Oh, thank you, Darlene. I completely appreciate it. Work in progress, but yeah, I think we're getting there. My granddaughter was really cute yesterday. She was the one running around with all the little pictures and putting them all over the shelving unit in different places. So you may not be able to see it, but in the shelving unit, there's a lot of those little pictures, and she did that for me as I was doing kind of the wall hangings and things. So thank you. Yeah, we're getting there. I'm feeling like we're getting settled. I feel like we're getting settled in. I've actually come in and I've done some work in here. I actually have been putting together a webinar. So working on that to get that put out, hopefully in the coming week or 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. But just working behind the scenes. And now that the office is a usable space, it's comfortable, the energy is happening in here. Yeah, thank you. I'm feeling like this 1010 portal has really motivated me, to be honest with you. The Aries full moon, now this 1010 portal, all new beginning energy, right? The Aries full moon was about releasing, and now this 1010, ones and zeros. It's all about new. It's all about beginning. It's all about yeah. So let's good morning, everyone. Good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, those of you watching on the replay. I am Melissa L. Watkins, evidential medium, master instructor with integrated energy therapy, and your certified spiritual life coach. So with that being said, just want you all to know that I am ready to go. So in person or virtual, we are ready. As you can see, the massage table is up. We're ready to go. So if you're in my area, feel free to book an in-person. Even if you're in my area and you're more comfortable kind of relaxing at home while we have the energy work done, that's fine too. But for those of you around the country, just know that it works, because 90% of my business is people inside and outside the United States. So yeah, worked with beautiful people all the way on the other side of the world in Australia and Guam, and as close as, right here in my own state. So 1010, new beginnings. And it was funny because one of the decks that I'm going to use this morning is Angels and Auras. And I was actually not going to use it. And I was trying to walk away to get over here to get the video started. And Spirit was calling me back. So there's something in that deck that truly, truly wants to come out. So I'm going to start with the Astro Oracle by Heather Roan Robbins to get us started, as that literally flipped. And it's so interesting because I had 2 cards flip out and I was like, nope, I just want one. And don't I get 2 cards again? So Spirit wants 2 messages from this deck, and we will honor that, right? Spirit knows best. In my life anyway. So we got Sagittarius, expand. So this is going to be energy for expansion in some way. Oh, look at that. And you're in the 4th house, home. Interesting, which is what I just did. I just expanded my home, right? I just got my office all set up back in my home. And the other thing too is expanding who's in my home. So, there might be some expansion going on with not only your physical space, for those of you who maybe are moving to a bigger space or doing some home remodeling, but for some of you, it might be who is in your home. Relationships changing, relationships evolving, relationships ending, or have ended. And now you're creating this new space in your home. So I am going to read Sagittarius number 9, expand. So 1010 portal. This is starting our message off. Sagittarius asks us to think big, travel far, and use our restlessness and curiosity to create. A mutable fire sign, Sagittarius' symbol is that of the centaur, half human, half horse, which epitomizes the connection between humans and the natural wild world. Sagittarius, ruled by expansive Jupiter, rules the thighs, the muscles that propel our movement. The sun shines in Sagittarius November 22nd through December 21st, which is really synchronistic because when I was painting this room for the next 4 days, my thighs were on fire. I almost couldn't get up and down to sit. And if you think about all the places you sit, things got a little interesting there for a couple of days. But yeah, my thighs, my leg muscles, definitely the up and downness of getting up and down on the step stool, whether it was standing or sitting. And yeah, so this 1010 portal energy has been with us for, I would say, at least a week and a half. Sagittarius has 2 imperatives: expand your perspective and humbly speak your truth. So set your perspective between versatile, flexible, and curious. Travel in the body or in the mind and explore a larger philosophical, environmental, or metaphysical context for this situation. And that's going to be whatever situation that you're really focused on right now. Imagine you are in a mountaintop, look down at your life from 1,000 feet up. Now take a further, like the astronauts who look down on our spinning green and blue globe and see no borders between countries. You are a global citizen. Change your life to reflect this reality. It's going to ask you to speak your truth. Remember the fairy tale, The Emperor's New Clothes. A pair of con artists arrive at an emperor's court claiming to make beautiful garments. They say their creations are only visible to people of quality, and competent people can't see the clothes. No one in the emperor's court wants to admit that they can't see the supposedly intricate garments. And the emperor wears his new clothes on parade. Only one honest Sagittarian-style boy speaks up without rancor, states the obvious, the emperor is naked, and breaks the spell. Ask what spell you need to break and speak up. And so that's what this 1010 portal is going to propel you, compel you, inspire you to do. So the challenge, just because you see it doesn't mean you have to say it. Timing and pacing are everything. Be honest, not mean. Ask if what you are about to say is wise, kind, and necessary, as well as true. Watch out for the geographic cure, the belief that travel will solve problems, because wherever you go, there they are. You know, this reminds me of quite a few years ago, I had someone reach out and DM me and be like, I'm really unhappy. I believe she was going through a breakup. My relationship just ended or is ending. I just want to move away. I just want to start again. And, I did remind her, or maybe opened her eyes and expanded her awareness to the fact that running away from your problems doesn't work. Wherever you run to, the problems are still there. They're just in a different form, or they show up in a new way. And so it's really important that, if you are thinking of traveling or going in a new direction, to be honest with yourself. Are you running away and trying to leave something behind? Because it won't be left. It will go with you. But when you speak your truth, is it the right time? Or is it the right energy? The gift, honor all your relationships. Sagittarius reminds us that our spiritual path is connected to all our relations. The 2-footed, 4-footed, many-legged, winged, scaled, and finned, and they are all connected to us. I think that's one of the things that I've been coming to in the past decade is that, Mother Gaia, all the beings that live on Mother Gaia, all the different species, we're all one. I think that for a very long time, I lived in that very egocentric, humans are everything. We don't need, or, we don't need to be concerned with the planet or the inhabitants that are not human. And I think that's a very egoic. So not only is this home card resonating with, the home that you live in, but also the home that we embody, right? The spaceship called Earth. I actually heard one of my professors years ago, gosh, I was probably 18 years old, and we were in a class, and something had happened on the news. It wasn't 9/11; it was pre 9/11, but something had happened, and I don't know if war was breaking out or something was going on, but he was like, "We need to be careful. We're all on this spaceship called Earth. Like we all have to get along." And I was like, I'd never thought about it that way. Like I was so again egoic, and I was so like in my own little world. But I think this 1010 portal, this expansion that we're being called to, it's also expanding our idea about where we live and who we live with, and how do we get along with the people or the animals or plants, insects, whatever the. But how do we get along, and how do we honor each other? How do we honor each other? How do we honor the planet? How do we honor all the inhabitants? Because if we're doing that, if we're honoring, then we're being good stewards of planet Earth and life around us, which enhances our own life. But it really is this 1010 portal is kind of bringing us back to this idea of home and expanding what home looks like. And the expansion can also be heart-centered, expanding your heart to include maybe the family members that you don't necessarily resonate with or like, or maybe they've done you dirty in some way, but how can you send them peace and love? You don't have to make up with them, and you don't have to allow them back into your life, but how can you send them peace and love? And how can you, maybe forgive them, for whatever part they played in the situation and where they're at it with that, but also forgive yourself for the part you played in wherever you were with that. But I feel like this is what Spirit is asking us to do in this 1010 portal, this new beginning of home and hearth and family, and expanding our awareness of what family means, right? Our galactic family, our family of origin, but also the brothers and sisters of planet Spaceship Earth. Spaceship Earth. We're all on the spaceship together. Definitely I'm feeling the energy of forgiveness. So with that being said, let's dig in a little bit for I've got like 3 different tarot sets up here, but I'm being called to the Y Spell Tarot. Good morning, Chrissy. Good morning, Darlene. Good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, all those watching on the replay. My moon is in Sagittarius, so you're probably feeling this quite a bit then. And there's probably, there's something here that's probably really, if it hasn't hit you or come up for you, it probably will in the next few days. Remember, portals aren't just the days that they're on. And I think that, with what I was feeling, that this portal really did open probably about a week ago, and it will probably be open for, this next week. So, what is going on in your home, or what are your thoughts about what's going on in the collective that maybe you could have more compassion about, or you could have more forgiveness with, or you could just be a better steward to the inhabitants, right? What we view as a problem is most likely a mirror image of something inside of us that needs to be addressed. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So let's see what I'm going to cut the cards. And first card out is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm actually going to get the book out because the Y Spell Tarot, they do like a really, I would say, comprehensive meaning to each of the cards in a way that I feel like is very valuable. So Queen of Wands in the Y Spell Tarot. In reverse, which is the other reason that I wanted to get this out. Demanding, vengeful, lacking confidence, jealous, selfish, temperamental, bullying. Whew, the Queen of Wands reverse can signify the asker is experiencing low self-confidence and self-belief. They've been hiding physically and emotionally, isolating themselves from others. So, yeah, nervousness and inflexibility can interfere with your plans. Your ambitions are unreasonably great. Beware of sticking your nose in other people's business. Don't try to force your values on others. Who I feel like this is a wake-up call. This is a wake-up call for either people around you who are embodying this and you haven't been wanting to see it clearly because maybe this is someone you really value, or this isn't their normal. This isn't normally how they conduct, or maybe it is their normal and you're seeing it for the first time. But whatever bullying or vengeance or lack of confidence that you're going through, or the people around you, it's being highlighted. It's being highlighted. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we have another card in reverse, the Death card. So I'll show that to you. The Death card in reverse. So let's take a look at this. So these are definitely major archetypes that are being highlighted in this energy to help you overcome it, let it go, move through it. Fear of change, repeating negative patterns, resisting change, stagnancy, and decay. While it's natural to feel afraid, you should trust that you are taking the right steps and move forward. Life moves on, so fighting the passing time will only leave you with regrets. The reversal meaning of the Death card is still about change, but it suggests that you have been resisting it. You may be worried about letting go of the past, or you may be sure about the change as you need to make it in order to move forward. All right. So yeah, so you're being called to really look at in this energy, any lack of confidence and lack of change that you're feeling. Where are you kind of getting in your own way? Where are you saying, no, 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 I'm not going to do that? And to be honest with you guys, I think for this whole year, I felt a shift in my business. I felt a shift away from the intuitive guidance and more into the coaching. And so, going forward in 2026, that's really what I'm going to be focused on, because I feel like that's where spirit comes through and does the most good, right? The healing, and healing, when you're on a healing journey, you're actually on an ascension journey, because if you're healing, you're ascending. And so that's what I'm feeling here. For those of you who've really resisted the change, resisted having the confidence to make the changes that you're being brought to make, it's being highlighted in this portal. And the Emperor in reverse. Oh my gosh. All right. Emperor in reverse. That is card number 4. Domineering, rigid, stubborn, lacking discipline, reckless. Emperor reverse is a sign of abused authoritarian power. In your social life, it can manifest in the overreach of power from a father figure or a possessive partner. There's a possibility that the Emperor reversed can indicate a lack of self-control and the inability to handle situations on a personal level. The structures, rules, and systems that he creates may no longer work, leading to chaos and disorder. So, yeah, those of you who are feeling like things are just in chaos right now, it's because you have been refusing to change. You've been refusing to go in the direction that Spirit's been guiding you to go in, or making the changes that have been brought to you. So for some of you, being inspired to start a new career, or to give a new person you just met a chance, right? This portal is really going to kind of nudge you. And I feel like this pressure that will be applied to your back to kind of move you forward out of this blockage that you've put in your own way. So this 1010 portal feels like it's removing the blockage that's been keeping you from expanding in whatever way that looks like for you. And so this 1010 portal, for some of you, I feel like it may really, yeah, look at that 10 of swords. It's because where you've been, you're over it. You were betrayed. You were stabbed in the back. People, this is self-sabotage. I'm feeling self-sabotage energy. There's been a lot of self-sabotage going on because you've been feeling like you can't move forward. You're afraid to move forward. You don't have the resources. You don't have the, and here's the thing. Spirit doesn't show you the step until you take it. And it's one of the most frustrating things think is being a human and on this ascension journey is they are asking you to have the faith, to take the step, to take the action. And this is what I feel like this 1010 portal is doing is it's propelling you forward in some way that's going to feel a little jarring because you've been resisting it for so long. Think about that for a second. What right now in your life is feeling jarring? It feels like you're not ready for it. It feels like a little bit of a surprise. It feels like, oh my gosh, this is happening. Or years ago, one of my big things was whenever things happened very unexpectedly or big that was either positive or negative, my first thought was that just happened. And I now recognize that was self-sabotaging, that energy of that just happened. Like, I don't deserve it. I can't accept it. Where did that come from? I wasn't giving the gratitude and the praise to my team of guides, angels, and ascended masters. And I wasn't recognizing that I deserved it because my unworthiness was still in my way. And I'm feeling like that's what's happening here is many of you right now or in the last couple of months have been feeling very exhausted, tired, blocked, stuck, frustrated, angry, resentment coming up, old bad habits coming up, people who were not ever beneficial to you showing back up, right? And so portal is kind of bringing that back up to your awareness because it's time to really let that go because things are going to be taking off. You're after this portal, recognizing where you're stuck, recognizing where you're blocked, being compelled or propelled into taking the next step. This portal is really kind of jarring you forward in a very positive way because things are going to take off. And so this is really spirits coming in today to really say, do some self-reflection. Where do you still need to love yourself? Where do you still need to forgive yourself and others? Where do you need to be a better steward of your money, be a better steward of the planet, be a better steward of your own life? Where are you not having the confidence to speak up for yourself? Where are you letting other people speak for you? Ooh, oh yeah. That came through. Holy cow. Where are you letting other people speak for you? Because let's face it, they're not saying what you would say, or they're not saying it how you would say it. And so it's not coming through you as your energy. It's coming through other people, which is always going to not be a good situation because they don't have your energy. They don't have your compassion. They don't have your intuition. They're not you. They're not your sovereignty. They don't know your sovereignty. And so this portal is kind of putting something in your face that you need to speak up about for yourself so that when energies go in this new direction, this positive new direction, you're ready and you're not letting anybody else rain on your parade and you're not letting anybody else take the credit and you're not letting anybody else get in the way. Yeah. Yep. You're not letting anybody else rain on your parade. The 3 of cups in reverse. Where are you keeping the ability to connect with others and have reasons to celebrate? Where are you shying away from that? Because this portal is bringing you in a new offer. A new offer. Not an old offer, not an offer you've seen before, but something new. Might be in the vein of a goal, a desire, but it does feel like it's going to be a new offer. Yeah. Portal blessings. You too. Things are getting up close and personal. I've been feeling it for a couple of days. Yeah. Yeah. So this new offer that's coming in, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. I am now going to pull one of these because like I said, when I was over there picking out the cards for the reading, the deck would not leave me alone. I couldn't walk away without it. So let's go ahead and clear it out. I like that, up close and personal. Yeah, that's what I feel like this portal is doing. Something is being revealed to you about yourself that you have been burying your head in the sand about, or you've been avoiding, whether it's an internal or an external. But this portal is bringing it up so that you can move through it, and that's how you get to the blessings. All right. Yeah, Raziel, rainbow. In the upright position, enlightened, adaptable, soulful, connected. Yeah, because you can't get connected. You can't get connected. Look at that rainbow ray. Isn't that beautiful? So those of you that are really feeling like you need some spiritual nourishment to help you through whatever it is that's coming up in this portal, call on the rainbow ray. Call on the rainbow ray. I've actually been doing some protection work for someone. And the rainbow ray has been very instrumental in that. So I feel like the rainbow ray right now is really accessible to all of us to help us transmute the negative and move into the new vibration, the new portal, the new timeline, the new ascension, the new step, whatever you want to call it, right? But that's what's happening. This portal is taking you into a new energy, raising your frequency, allowing you to be able to get into receiving the offer that is going to be helping you in your expansion. Helping you in your expansion. Okay? All right, I'm feeling another one. Yeah, call on the rainbow ray. Oh, look at this. I love this. This this is the card that's on the front of it's the Guardian Angels, card number 3, master number. White. Protection, clarity, spirituality, and wisdom. Yeah. This portal is bringing in wisdom codes. Yep, on the white ray. So the rainbow ray and the white ray, you're getting 2 upgrades. You're getting 2 upgrades, and you're getting wisdom codes coming in to help you expand into this next step, into this next relationship, into the next career, into this next inspiration, into this next evolution. Walking through this 1010 portal, the blessings are going to be very internal, which is then going to translate into the external. So call on the white ray and the rainbow ray. And the rainbow ray makes up the white ray. So there you are. There you are. Okay. The other deck that was calling to me, interestingly enough, was an older deck that I actually started out with years ago when I was still leaning into trusting my intuition for others. So we're going to get some messages from the angels and see what messages want to come through for this portal. What blessings are coming in this portal. Thank you for the hearts, the likes, the stars. Thank you for the subscribes on YouTube. Thank you so much. We have been gaining subscribers. Thank you for all those of you who are really enjoying the podcast. I appreciate all of that support. Just everything I'm doing that you're supporting. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Yeah. So thank you. Oh, okay. We had one literally flip. Francesca. What you desire right now, visualize it and you will come about. Negativity will block your progress. Yeah, so this 1010 portal is helping you to release whatever the negativity is or transmute whatever the negativity is. So, not a bad idea to write a letter to anybody that you're holding on to resentment and burn it. Not a bad idea to get outside and ground, get your meditations in. But yeah, what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. Francesca. Okay, and we have another one poking out. So we're going to take that one too. Celeste, a happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy, which interestingly enough, I feel like it correlates with. Dun, 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 dun. Did I put them away? You know I do that. You know I am really, really naughty about that, right? Where'd they go? Are they over here? Yes. I feel like this correlates really well with this. Look at that. So this portal is about your home in some way, the internal home, the external home, but your home, your foundation, your family, your actual living space, the physical living space. So yeah, so for some of you, there is going to be a physical move. Interesting. Okay. To be honest with you, I think I want another one of those. I think I do. Now this portal, this 1010 portal, I don't know, this home seems to be a real big theme. So, for some of you, it might be just home improvement, getting ready for winter in the northern hemisphere. But whatever it is, it feels like a move is on the horizon in some way. Something's moving. There's movement for sure. Oh, Bridget. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. And I think this goes back to the idea of having a lack of confidence, being bullied, not standing up for yourself, not speaking your truth. So again, do it in the right time, do it in the right energy. Be very intentional when you have that conversation. Come at it with love, because even if they don't want to stand there and listen, if it's coming through love, they'll be able to. But if it's coming from fear, from your head, the ego, then that's when the fight is on. That's when they can't receive it. And that's when, they feel like they have to say something back. So this is definitely making me feel like, make sure you're in the right headspace, make sure you're in the right energy of it. It's the right time and you're coming from the right place. But don't not speak your truth. And speaking your truth, it does take practice, because I know, as someone who grew up very emotionally stunted, which, also stunted my throat chakra and my voice and my ability to speak up. When I started doing it very inappropriately because I didn't know how. And I remember, my sisters, I think there was 2 of them that really kind of brought it to my attention. Like, how I was speaking my truth. It wasn't okay, because I was coming from fear, because I was so afraid of actually speaking my truth that what I was saying had, was almost secondary. But the actual just saying it, was terrifying. And that's the energy that it was coming through on. And so it couldn't be received and it wasn't going well. So it takes a little bit of practice for sure. But I do feel like it's definitely time. And this portal is going to be giving you the opportunity, but also the energy to do it. So this is not the reading I thought we were going to have at all. Interesting. Yeah. So that is the 1010 portal. I still don't know where my camera is. Like, I still don't know where to look. I'll get it, guys. I will get it. But thank you for being here. Yeah, I definitely, so I did, the last podcast was on the Aries full moon. So definitely take a listen to that if you haven't, because even though we're out of the energy of the moon, there was still, I think, valuable insights that came through that can be beneficial or helpful. Please like and share and comment on whatever platform you're listening. We are on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. So, yeah, if you could like and leave comments, it'll help the other people find me. And that's, as you know, that is the mantra. Those who need me find me. It's what I've been using for years to work with all of you. So this video went a little longer than I thought it would, so that's cool. And if you want to work with me, if you're really struggling with any of these concepts, speaking your truth and opening yourself up and taking steps and overcoming blockages, always go to my website. And if you're not sure if we're a good fit or what I do is going to be anything that can help you, you can always book the discovery call. That is free 15 minutes, where we just kind of get to know each other and I get to know a little bit about you and what you're looking for. And, if we're not a fit, that's okay. I've had that happen a couple times this past month. That's okay. Not everybody's going to fit with everybody. And I only want to really work with the people that I feel like I can really, really help. And I know in the past couple of years, there's been some people that I've helped, but I definitely felt like I could have done more, or maybe I should have known more. And I just feel like now, having done the certification for the spiritual life coaching and, doing my growth and evolution, it's funny. It's like every time I have upgraded, what I'm offering to all of you or what I'm putting out as content, it's just after I've gone through something, right? I've taken another step myself, and I always get really excited. I always get really excited because it's like, okay, now that I know this, now I really want to share this, right? And I think that's what I'm feeling right now with the spiritual life coaching. It's like, okay, now that I know how to really service people, the energy work, the angels are going to do what they do for sure. But now I feel more equipped to support you in the physical, right? They're supporting you in the non-physical. And now I feel way more equipped to work with you in the physical. So all appointments, whether it's the coaching, the energy work, they can all be done virtual just as well as in person. And all the sessions are half energy session and half coaching session. The Empower Me Now package, if you do the math, it's about 3 sessions for free. So, it's 9 sessions in 6 months. So we're getting together every 3 weeks. It's a really great way to kind of jumpstart unblocking yourself or moving yourself into what it is you're really, really looking to step into. So, the goal setting at the beginning of us working together is really cool. And then to see those goals start to materialize, the achieving them, the achievement. So, yeah, so that's what we got going on. Yeah, it is about compatible. Oh my goodness, what you described about yourself is me too. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for being here. Those of you watching on the replay, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you've gotten to this point in the video, I appreciate you to no end, whether you're watching on the replay or live. So thank you so much, and have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And we'll talk soon. So thank you so much, and namaste.